Hi, I'm Stott. I'm founder and creative director of Common Creative. Common's a visually led creative ideas agency, which basically works across all mediums, from print, broadcast in terms of directing and broadcast design, interactive, ambient and experiential, and as long as the solution is visual in whatever way, then we do it. We've got 3 staff at the moment. We've been up and down over the last couple of years, so at the moment we've got 3 staff, and then there's 2, I suppose, kind of compositors who come on board for anything to do with broadcast and working here. But essentially there's 3 staff across the board. I studied design in the early 90s, and it was basically because I studied in the UK, and it was basically because things were changing in terms of youth culture and dance and visual medium and the whole kind of aesthetic nature of what was going on in the early 90s was really interesting, and it was kind of a movement, I suppose, to a certain extent. So it kind of captured the eye, and I was kind of, I suppose I was good at illustration. I was good at kind of photography. So yeah, I got into design. Got really interested in type and type structures and medium. I studied at Leeds Polytechnic, which was at the time quite a leader in terms of design. And there was a guy called Mick Marsden there who was head of print. I was really into the idea of different textures and different mediums, and he was kind of the screen print and print production guy. So I got really intrinsically linked with him in terms of my design and his output. Yeah, he happened to be really good friends with a guy called Ian Anderson, who owned a Designers Republic that was a kind of on the cultural forefront of what was happening in design and typography. And he introduced me to him, which was really lucky because there were 17,000 students left college that year, and there was 50 jobs, I think, in England at the time, 50 design jobs, and Designers Republic was by far the best one in the country at the time to get, and it kind of happened through the back door. So it was a lucky little break for me, I think. Day-to-day working life, hectic. It's we've got, like I say, at the moment there's 3 of us in here at the moment. We've got 12 jobs on the go, and they range from, we're doing a broadcast piece for Bovis Lend-Lease for I won't even bore you with that, but for sustainability practices, which is actually a really beautiful piece of work, but it's I won't go into it. So it ranges from that through to events. We're doing Art Sydney, the whole kind of event, and across all mediums, web, broadcast, print and ambient. Right down to we're doing an identity and brand structure for an Invader concept store. So it's right across the board. The day-to-day working life is it's hectic but fun, and yeah, and you have to kind of, I suppose you have to work across many different kind of thought processes. From it doesn't stop, the day doesn't end, put it that way. I'm looking for something unique. I'm looking for something that I don't have, or I would find it exciting to put in my own portfolio, and I've got a pretty extensive portfolio. So I'm getting older, and I want new young blood with fresh ideas that I suppose aren't afraid to test the boundaries of different mediums, because it is all blurring at the moment, and I don't profess in any way to understand you know, some of the new languages that are coming out in terms of how kind of cross-medium communications work, and I think there's some really nice avenues in terms to explore. So I just want somebody who's really enthusiastic, who's really unique, who's obviously got an eye in terms of type and image, but I can teach a lot of that. What I can't teach is passion. So they'd have to be passionate above anything else. Alright, do you want me to start, can I start again on that one? So ask me again on that. Ask me again.